come from after street fights, they bring a tech. Hey, King J, what we tell him? Back on.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy King J, and today I am here with my guest, Kizzie Kay. Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What is good, King J? How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. I've been really wanting to do this collab for a very long time, and you know, I feel like this is the right time because Guilty Gear Strive is coming out very soon. So, you know, I thought let's make it happen, man.
Yeah, I feel like it was long overdue, right?
Long overdue, man. Long overdue. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the different archetypes on Guilty Gear, because when you load up the page, it shows you different stuff like, you know, balance, high speed, power throw, unique, and stuff like that, and even one kill. Now, a lot of people that know about archetypes in fighting games, they know about grappler, zoner, rushdown, 50-50s, mix up and stuff like that. So I thought this is the right time to kind of talk about the archetypes and help people choose their character.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think first things first, let's go over Soul Badguy. So his one is balance. So what makes him balanced?
He kind of has like all the tools to like as a multiple like archetypes, right? So he has like a very good mid range. He has a very good close range. He has a very good like zoning. You know, a little bit. It's not his biggest strength, but he could definitely zone as well. So he's kind of like a jack of all trades, right? He's basically like your Ken in like Street Fighter.
Right, and he's got a command grab wild throw as well, right?
Yes, so he has a command grab too. So he does have like that power throw type style that we're going to get to later on in the character list.
Okay, nice. So we go for Kai Kiske. Is that how you say it?
Yep, Kai Kiske.
Okay, Kai Kiske. So he's balanced as well, and he has projectile. He has an uppercut as well. I don't want to call it traditional Shoryuken. I call it uppercut. He's got the uppercut as well. He's got the projectile where he actually lets it go, the heavy one, and he runs with it as well. What would you say? Like, he doesn't have a command grab like Soul does he?
He does not.
Okay, so would you just call him the balance? Soul Badguy and Kai are kind of the same.
Yes.
In some way, right?
Yeah, so like believe it or not, so like Soul is very good up close. Kai is very good like far mid range. So like Soul's fireball doesn't go full screen, but Kai fireball does. So they have little like very niche trade-off to each other, but they are very balanced in their own perspective way, despite Kai having not having a command grab.
Right. Okay, cool. So we're gonna move on to Mei. Mei is balanced, but she's not like Kai and Soul. She's pretty much different, right?
She's like the new balance charge character, I would say.
Okay, so she's charged emotion.
Yeah, so she's really like the cool thing about Mei is very basic, right? Very well rounded and very basic. So one of the things that is going to be one of the most popular things that you're going to be using as Mei is just utilizing her dolphins with a heavy slash and slash. So her well-designed range and, you know, like her game plan is pretty simple. You know, it's pretty well-rounded and pretty simple. So that's why I think she's a balanced character, especially in this game.
Okay, cool. So moving on, Axl is a long range character. So long range, we could call these characters zoner. So can you explain a bit about this character? Because I see that he has a long range. Is it a grab that he has now in Strive?
Yeah. So he always had a command grab, and but the cool thing about his command grab that stands out the most is the command grab usually comes from the front. So his command grab in this game comes from the back. So what makes him very scary now in this game is he's zoning you from long range, and his command grab comes from the back of the screen. So the further you are from the screen, the faster the command grab is. So
Crazy.
That makes it very tricky to like deal with his like zoning.
Nice. And he also has the thing where he can freeze time as well, right?
It's a super. It's very. It's one of the coolest supers out right now, and the coolest part about it is you can untime at any time within the radius of the second that you have, and the only downside is like you don't get meter, so you want to use that wisely. Even though it's very strong, it definitely has a double-edged sword type thing. you can't get meter while you're in that glowing time stop form.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to Chipp. So Chipp is high speed, but from what I know, Chipp doesn't have the same life as other characters. Is this true or?
Yeah, so Chipp is usually like the traditional like glass cannon. So he's very very fast. He has all the offense that you need to win, and basically he has a reversal like Kai and Soul, and the hardest thing of like having all of those tools is if you get hit, you bleed very fast. So he is definitely a glass cannon.
Is there other characters that have different life bars compared to the rest, or is it just Chipp?
So I feel like mostly generally Guilty Gear, most of the characters all have different guts rating. Obviously grapplers having the most health, or like some characters having more life than normal. I would say right now, Potemkin should have the most life in this current roster right now.
Okay.
And Chipp having the lowest.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. So talking about Potemkin, he's next, and his archetype is Power Throw. So this is quite strange to me because usually in most traditional fighting games, command grab characters are just called they're just called grapplers. But in this game, he's called Power Throw. Is there a reason behind it?
I want to say the reason why they call him Power Throw is one for the translation, and then two, when you get command grab, you feel the power of his throw. If you look at your life bar, it's like it's like 60-70% off of a command grab. So I think that's why they put Power Throw, is because chances are if you get grabbed by this move, you lost the round.
Yeah, this move is the infamous move that everyone talks about. Is there a reason why it does so much damage?
I think that's just the strive direction how they want you to do, how they want to go about the game. Is they kind of want people to like play the game and not really learn about like things about like to how to get into Guilty Gear. They just want you to play the game, hit buttons, and just have fun. So they're trying to like up the damage so people could learn while also feeling rewarded while they're just hopping in and just just mashing and just playing the game, because they just want to enjoy the series for what it is and the characters that they enjoy.
Nice. All right, so we're going to move on to Faust. He is unique, but I don't know the reason why. Like his design looks unique, and like certain things that he does, even like when he's just throwing out stuff and he makes you wear an afro and stuff like that, that stuff is unique. But like, is there any other particular reason why they put him under unique?
So I think the reason why they put him unique is not only that his aesthetic is very unique, but his game plan is very, very different from everybody else. So his game plan is like RNG, right? His gimmick is like throwing the item, but you don't know what item you're going to throw. So you have to adjust to the item that you throw at the heat of the moment, which is why he's very unique, because when Soul does a fireball, the fireball only does the same thing, right? If it hits you, you get a combo, or you get like a hit. But if it blocks, you get chip damage, right? But Faust, he throws an item, and that item you have to probably get that item for the next situation to be better. So he's more unique in terms of that. He plays off what happens at the moment. He's the heat of the moment character.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So we have Millia that is high speed. Does she have low health as well because she's a high speed character?
So Millia, yes, she has low life as well. Millia is also a high speed character. She has a lot of offensive options, but what stands her out is her mobility. Outside of Chipp, I would say her mobility is a little bit more complex in terms of Chipp. So her high speed is really, 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 really unique for her archetype. And her offense is something that it's not like a glass cannon, but it's very consistent. She has a very consistent offense, which stands her out for one of the coolest and strongest high-speed characters in the Guilty Gear series.
Okay, cool. Then we got Zato, which is technical. Now, I've seen Zato being able to summon. I don't know too much about like the stuff he summons out, so forgive me, the Guilty Gear players that have played for like some time. But from what I can see, is that he summons stuff out and he's able to control stuff on the screen and stuff. Could you explain a bit about how that works and his game plan?
Yeah, so Zato, and a lot of people, you also hear him referred as Eddie. So the little lore is like Eddie was the actual host, and Eddie actually died, and Zato possessed his body, and now Zato is actually him, and Eddie is actually the puppet now, right? So that's a pretty cool lore, and he's always been a very technical puppet master, controlling the puppet while fighting. You'll hear a lot of people say, yeah, you have to practice negative edging and things like that. But I feel like in this game, negative edging is actually pretty not that hard, and it's going to be pretty cool to start seeing the new technical players coming in with doing like very cool things, like controlling the ghost. I mean, not the ghost, but controlling the shadow, and like doing all of these cool tricks and things like that. I'm really looking forward to seeing him a lot, because I also think he's a very cool character to watch, and he also has a strong command grab. So that's the one thing that makes him cool too. Is like not only that he's very technical, but he also has like a lot of like options to like open people up on defense, and having a command throw is very strong.
Nice. We have Ramlethal. Is that how you say the name, Ramlethal?
Yeah, so everybody remembers it as Ramlethal, but as new games change, people change names. So Ramlethal is definitely the new name, but you'll hear a lot of people say Ramlethal.
Okay, cool. So she's a shooting type. Now, again, another archetype that's pretty different to me, because I would think that would come under zoning. But is there a reason why she comes under shooting? Other than, I know that the obvious type of that she probably has guns to shoot, but like, is there a reason why they call it shooting instead of zoning?
So she actually is a mid-range control type character, and what happened is her swords works as like projectiles. So the projectiles that she shoots is her swords, and they if it hits, they have a follow-up trigger that blows up, and that gives you like additional frame advantage or additional setups and things like that. She's actually, believe it or not, she has a lot of zoning tools, but I feel like what makes her shine is her normals. Her normals is really good. So I would say she's like a mid-range / long-range zoner, but her dominant strength is like from mid-range zoning.
Okay, cool. And then we got Leo, which is balanced. But Leo, I've heard that has records and stuff like that, and he has this projectile that comes out as well. This projectile was annoying me in the beta. Let's talk about Leo.
So Leo, they actually removed a lot of his stuff away. They actually took the records away and made it into like a S/S/ that you could match, like you kind of repeat the sequence until like it whiff. And but they made him as like a hybrid, well-rounded character. Obviously, when he's in back stance, he's like a different character, and then when he's in regular stance, he's a different character as well. And he has a DP, he has a flash kick, so he has a charge dragon punch. He has 2 fireballs, and when he's in back stance, he has a command grab, and that's actually very scary too, because he actually power bombs you, and he gets a lot of reward off that. So I think this character is going to be like running a lot of people's money, especially when the game release.
Nice. Now here's this one here. Now I might butcher his name. Is it Nagoriyuki?
Yeah, Nagoriyuki. Yeah.
Woo! Yes, I didn't butcher his name. All right, so his archetype is one I've never seen before, which is one shot. Now, what does this mean?
So one shot, I feel like it's like one chance, right? So I feel like his archetype is like all or nothing. Like he is betting the farm. And that's why I feel like his archetype is one shot, because it could go really, really good, and it could go really, really bad. There's no really balanced way to kind of like talk about it. He's just all or nothing.
Right. And is there like a particular thing that changes? Yeah, I know you're saying that it's all or nothing, but it's like, is there a particular reason? Like, does he have it like a double-edged like mechanic or anything like that?
Yeah, so he has a mechanic called Blood Rage, and basically he has a meter. He has a meter where if it maxes out, he goes into rage mode, and he loses life drastically while in that mode. But his heavy / normals extended range increases drastically. But the problem is like since he can't run, he has to walk in that range to try to like poke at his opponent and things like that. So that's why I'm saying it's like all or nothing. Like if you want to get into that mode, you kind of want to get into that mode when you're like close to your opponent.
Nah, that definitely makes sense. He sounds technical as well. That sounds like a technical character.
Yeah, I agree too.
So yeah, we got Giovanna. That is Rush. So I'm assuming Rush is Rushdown, right?
Yes, Rush. I want to say it's Rushdown. So Giovanna, she's a very like easy, welcoming character, and also has a lot of cool perks. She is like very Rushdown. Get in your face, throw, do a lot of mix-ups and hit buttons. Very good frame advantage and stuff like that. But she also has a unique thing where if she has meter like from 50 to 100, she gets like a stat buff. And the stat buff actually is a slight difference. So that's something that is going to make, I feel like, players that want to hit buttons and not want to just like do super all the time when they want to, but just have a lot of resources and just do a lot of damage.
Nice. And then we have Anji that is balanced. Now, I thought Anji was mixed up personally because of the butterfly. He does a throw and then he does the butterfly. Is that different now?
Yeah, so his butterfly is a little bit more different in this game from what we've seen. Obviously, it's subject to change, but I would say that for what we've seen now, his butterfly is kind of different from the other game. So the other games he had two variations of butterfly. There was a red one and there was a blue one. The red one, the second hit, if the first hit and the second one comes from the air and land on your head, that was an overhead. They did not bring that back into this game. Only the blue one. The blue one was not an overhead. It's a mid. So seeing that now, it seems like he's going to be more of a strike throw character, which is probably why they made him balance, right? Because he's going to be like a strike throw mid range character, and not be able to mix up anymore, but more of just like to add on the pressure and like do frame traps and stuff like that.
Nice. And then we got Ino, that is Rushdown. Now, This character gives me nightmares in Guilty Gear 2. If you don't remember, that double X or 2, whatever you want to call it. This character, oh man, as the boss character, and then, it says danger and all those stuff because she just shoots out. Yeah, I don't like this character. But obviously, I know she's going to be toned down for the main roster, for the main, initial roster. Tell me a bit about this character and, is this a character that we need to look out for?
Yes, I think this character is definitely something you want to look a character you want to look out for, and her rushdown is very strong. She's very oppressive, and she has a lot of air mobility. So I feel like being able to maneuver around in the air is going to be pretty fun as an Ino player. But as a defender, it's going to be very, very rough, and she is definitely going to be a run for people's money. I'm looking forward to seeing how she plays out, but she already looks fast for the gameplay that we've seen already.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, cool. Well, thank you very much for breaking down all the archetypes. I do want to ask one more question. Well, a lot of time with these games, they have, the season 1 DLC and stuff.
Oh.
And yeah, so we've got people that are saying they want to see Johnny, they want to see Biken, but scrap all of that. Who would you like to see in the season 1 DLC?